Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Rounding the Bases podcast. I'm Coach Coons along with Coach Porter. Coach Cart is in Ohio with a tournament, so he won't be with us tonight, but he was just out at the College World Series. Coach, why don't you lead us into what we want to talk about tonight, seeing we got done with softball tournament, and now we're into the baseball. Take it away.
Good evening. Hope everybody's doing well. I know that we're fighting some thunderstorms here where we are, and where Coach Coons is. So if we get knocked out, that's why. But anyway, is it a awesome? Is it? You could make an argument that this 10-day window of the College World Series is the best baseball of the entire year.
Well, I think that, and
Exciting.
I think the same thing with softball. That last when
Yeah.
they get into that tournament, that is the most exciting on TV.
Yeah, and what's really cool is this. I want you to put yourself in the situation like, you know, all those guys that are in Omaha, they dreamed of getting there, right? So just like you, keep your dream alive and try to get, Omaha for every one of you guys might be a little bit different. Omaha might be the JUCO World Series for some guys, might be the D3 World Series, might be a high school state tournament, whatever. But just keep dreaming. It's really, really cool. The game is fun. I love the college game. I'm a West Virginia Mountaineer fan. So seeing they're like America's team right now. And I know they got eliminated yesterday, but a great lesson that players should learn is the fight that they had down 12-1 to get it to 12-7. And it all started on a hustle play, a ground ball in the infield. So really, really cool stuff. I want to encourage you to watch the game. And if you don't watch the game any other time of the year, watch it now. And I think that, I think that it's more relatable maybe than Major League Baseball to the younger guys. It's exciting. Coach Cart went to Omaha to watch our Mountaineers. Him and I both love the Mountaineers. And to see some really, really cool stuff. And I just think it's neat. I think you should watch. Now what's really cool about Division I baseball is the best of three championship series. And you've got Oklahoma, uh, you know, and you got North Carolina. It's going to be a great series. And it's exciting time. So as you're getting into summer baseball, full swing, teams are 3 or 4 weeks into travel tournaments, American Legion, showcases, PBR events, all that stuff. Keep dreaming, watch the game. There's no more.
Well, I think we lost you, Coach. The storm hit. But what he was talking about there is the excitement of playing. I think one of the big things, too, and I'll wait till he comes back here, but one of the big things, too, is the story of Troy baseball. Mid-majors. 17, I think it was 17 or 18 mid-major teams this year made the NCAA a regional. Troy, a mid-major, won a super regional. There is such good baseball and softball out there. Same on the softball end. I think it was 11 mid-majors that made the softball regionals and so on. So what we're saying here, Division I gets a lot of the TV, gets a lot of the glamour for the tournaments and things like that. I have been and seen JUCO tournament. I have been and seen Division III and a Division II. They are all the same excitement. They just don't get the exposure, and that comes down to money and who's televising it and things like that. So my point I want to make off of that is where are you looking with your recruiting lists and schedules and things like that? It's easy to get wrapped up into the glitz and everything like that, but take a couple minutes and look at what you're doing with your schools. You know, how many Division One schools are on your list? How many twos? How many threes? How many NEI? How many JUCOs? Don't limit yourself, because what you'll end up doing is creating relationships, and that's what this is all about. If your list is heavily weighted toward one division or one conference, expand it. Try to add new schools, a couple new schools from a different division, and so on. And I think Coach Porter's back, but try to add some new schools from a different division. Research their programs. Follow their coaching staff on social media. Let us help you get an email ready to go, and get an outreach plan, because when you see the Troys of the world, like I was telling our audience, Coach, 17 or 18 mid-majors made a regional in baseball. I think it was 12 mid-majors made a regional in softball.
Yeah.
Expand your lists. Even though you may not know that, but it's about relationships. Because you might be a Division One player, a Division Two or Three coach might know that coach and talk on your behalf as well, or vice versa, going the other way. Build your connections across all divisions, and don't limit your options.
Yeah.
Because you don't know where your next opportunity might come from.
And college baseball's the best it's ever been. Like, it's the most talented.
Oh.
You have the most opportunity right now. Keep an open mind about this. This summer, guys are going to scout you. Listen to everybody. If a coach texts you, you text them back. If they call you, you call them back. If they talk to you, you be respectful. And it's very few times in your life people want you. There's very few times in your life that people truly want you. So listen. Keep an open mind. Listen. And to Coach Coons' point, man, mid majors are, let's face it, one of the best mid majors in the country, Coastal Carolina, was in the championship last year. Still made another regional this year, but
Correct.
let's be honest with ourselves. I mean, it's really good baseball. And because of the portal and NIL, these teams are paying, they're trying to get these guys. I'm telling you, the portal's a mess, but the portal's creating competition and allowing these mid majors to be, and some of the with the lack of transfer rules, they're allowing mid majors to be, not that they weren't that competitive before, but it's a different ballgame now.
And the other thing too is if your goal is to keep playing beyond, don't think it's got to be a major college. Yeah. I went to a mid-major tournament, and there were 26 pro scouts there for that tournament. 26 different scouts, various days watching. Same with softball. They're now that this league is getting more and more ramped up, more and more scouts are seeing people play. It goes back to one of our other podcasts. I think we talked about this. It's always nicer to be a big fish in a little pond. And if you can play, they'll find you. They will find you. And if they don't find you, get with us. We'll help them find you.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's just, it's so hot right now. In this sport with softball and baseball. Look at the crowds at the games. I mean, it's amazing.
Now's the time. Now's the time to make a run at playing college baseball. Having somebody help you that's been in the trenches, that's done this as their career, as we have, help you. And to Coach Coons' point about they will find you on stuff. I played at a Division II. I played with a big leaguer.
Yeah.
I played at a Division II school, and I played with a major leaguer who spent significant time in the big leagues. And I also played with a guy that spent 8 years, in two MLB organizations in independent ball. Coaching Division II. Other guys, Evan Gaddis, probably Evan Gaddis is probably the most prominent big leaguer I've ever coached against. Evan Gaddis came out of a Division II school. Yeah, he took a different path to get there, but not only come out of a Division II school, he's got a World Series ring, and that's a guy that put 20 plus bombs and 70 plus 80 plus RBIs in seasons, in the big leagues. So so keep working. You got a shot. Let us help you find the right fit so you can flourish, get a great education, put up numbers, and chase your dreams.
And what you say is spot on. Mid-major players. Corey Kluber pitches for Seattle Mariners right now. Went to Stetson. And I'm just thinking the Stetson guys because I saw all their posters up. Jacob deGrom, Cy Young Award winner, was with the Mets. Now he's with the Rangers. Mid-major player. Kluber, back in the day, mid-major guy. They will find you to play. San Francisco Giants right now have two mid-majors playing in their minor league system that will probably move up. That's what happens. And to build off this, Coach had mentioned the NIL or the transfer portal thing. If you're a high school player, don't be discouraged if you haven't heard anything. A lot of colleges will search that transfer portal first.
They have to.
Yes.
I mean, you really do. You're doing yourself a disservice if you're not as a coach. I believe that.
And it's not a knock on high school athletes. It's a mentality that I can take a 21-year-old who has seen college pitching or seen this or done this and plug them in, where the high school guy or girl is the unproven commodity, seeing a 97, 95-mile-an-hour fastball, seeing whatever. But with that said, the transfer portal picks, even though there's a lot still in there, they've been starting to be picked over. So if you're a high school player with aspirations, now's the time we can help you get your name out there. I helped 3 transfer portal guys this year that were looking for schools, went in the portal. Now they're looking to got them in contacts, and away they go. That's what we do. Your contacts, Coach Cart's contacts, my contacts, we pick up the phone and call.
Yeah. And I think there's a lot to be said about talking to people that have done it, that have been there, I think there's a lot to be said about that. And we're going to advocate for you. And we've got some cool stuff coming up in the mix.
Right.
Elaborate
on that a little bit.
Yeah. So we're going to start some showcases, and we're in the planning phases of those showcases. We'll make them affordable, get you in front of people, help you, give you an open, honest evaluation. If you want to team up with us as well, we'll give you a discount to keep going. So it's not only exposure for other schools, it's exposure for us to us to see if we can have a working relationship and help you out as well. So we're in the planning phases, so keep on the lookout for those.
If there's interest out there, we've done some free Zoom type things with players and had some tremendous turnout on some of them. If you have an interest in being involved in one of those, just drop us a note with your email address. Say, hey, love to be on a free seminar where I can ask you questions. We do that. We're willing to help. Our goal, again, is to help the athletes maximize their opportunities. Uh, and that's why we charge what we do. We don't need to get rich off this. We've been in this business, Coach and I mean, between our years of experience, we're well over 50 years combined. And it's like, our interest is in helping you succeed. And but like I say, if you have an interest in wanting to jump on with a free, we had them open houses before, but seminar, drop us a note, and we'll get you included in there. We'll put a date together, and we'll have 10, 15 of people all together. It'll work out great.
And it's just an open forum to ask questions. And we'll even do a free evaluation for you.
Right.
And, talk to your family to see if, we can become family, and that's important to us.
Absolutely is. But hopefully we'll have another podcast here next week, and Coach Cart will be able to come back and tell us his experience with Omaha, which
Really
if you
cool.
watch it on television, I'm sure you can tell your experience. Just the things that you pick up on the side, like Oklahoma spanked Georgia, but in the Branch kid's last at bat for Georgia, hits a home run, runs by his brother at second base, who is beating his team, and they high five each other. After the game, the whole thing, and it's just stories within stories within stories, and that's what makes this one of the greatest sports to ever be out there.
Yeah.
Softball, same thing. It's just phenomenal. And
Yeah.
that's another. It's a great time of year to play. It's a fun thing. The crowds are watching West Virginia players lock arm in arm and sing after the game, and the whole crowd is going. I mean, it's the intangibles like that make these sports, baseball and softball, the greatest sports that are out there.
Absolutely.
And we're here to help you be a part of that. So check us out next week. Drop us a note. Say, hey, I'd like to be part of your free information session. We'll get you added. We'll get you the date. We'll get you everything. And if it doesn't work, if that date doesn't work for you, we'll set up another one for you. We have no problem doing that. We want to help you guys out there. But until next week, like I said, Coach Cart should be back, and we will see you then. Coach, anything closing?
Hey, love the game, love the grind, keep after it, and we'll talk to you soon.
And keep checking for our showcase that are going to be coming down the road in the fall. So we'll see you next week.